Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. What I've got for you today here is a little quote by a psychologist, Brent Roberts, and he's out of Illinois. And what he says is there is a deep-seated desire on the part of many people to think of personality as unchanging. It simplifies your worldview in a way that's quite nice. Short, simple little quote. But this is so powerful. And the reason why I wanted to do this video today is because I want to talk about momentum. So momentum in your life can apply to multiple things. It can apply not only to changing your personality, but developing discipline and good habits. So what I kind of want to go off of is the fact that we create so many barriers in our mind. We create so many barriers in our life when things start to get a little bit uncomfortable. And by uncomfortable, I mean you don't really stick through it. And not you specifically, but I mean sometimes we as people, there's multiple parts of every single day where we decide and pick and choose things that we're going to be disciplined about. And I'm telling you right off the bat, what he also decided to go off of when he said this quote was there's a challenge that you need to make to yourself. And it's to try to change your personality for the better over a period of 2 to 3 months. Now, I think 3 months is the safest bet. But the reason why we want to do this is because after 3 months, something's going to happen inside your brain, okay? You're going to not feel like giving up. Now, there's going to be barriers as you're getting to that 3-month period of time, maybe at like 2 or 3 weeks in, when you're trying something different or you're trying to be disciplined in a very specific category. You're probably going to get tired. Okay, so we're talking either mental or physical exhaustion. And you're going to have to pick and choose at that period of time whether or not you're going to stick through with that thing or if you're going to give up entirely. So the reason that this is so important, and I've especially noticed this in my own life, is that after 2 to 3 months, you're not going to want to give up on that thing, even though you had 2 or 3 moments where barriers tried to stop you. So I'll use a good example from my own life. And this is me going to the gym. Okay, so I started years and years ago, and I can tell you right off the bat, I've had so many people walk up to me and ask me how I've been so consistent. And it's not necessarily discipline in and of itself. Okay, you can trick your brain in the short term for that 2 to 3 months to be disciplined. But what you need to do after that is you need to decide whether or not after these 2 to 3 months if this is something that you're going to continue doing, because it's going to be what we call a lifestyle change. And it is a significant lifestyle change. So at least for me, in terms of going to the gym and developing those healthy habits, I realized something to myself. It's that after 3 months, you're not going to want to stop. And it's not because you necessarily enjoy it. You don't have to enjoy everything that you do that requires discipline. So I'm going to say that again because I want to make sure that's very clear. I don't enjoy everything in my personal life that requires discipline. But I do it anyways because after that period of time, you're not going to want to quit because of the progress and the gains that you've made. You're going to feel like you wasted all of that initial time if all of a sudden you just cold turkey stop. Now, with bad habits, that's a good thing to do, and you should probably try to do that within a shorter period of time than 2 or 3 months. But when we're talking about things like personality change or developing good, healthy habits for your physical health, for your mental health, this is something that you should push through. I guarantee every single day that I've been making videos for the last 2 weeks almost now, there's been barriers. There's been days when I get home where I'm tired and there's that mental barrier that I have to push through. That's the mental exhaustion barrier because sometimes I'm not getting home until 7 or 8 p.m. And I'm making an active decision on my own that I'm still going to do this, that I'm still going to push through it, and that I'm still going to make these videos for you guys. So momentum is very important in that you can't give up too easily. Really push through that mental barrier, really push through that physical barrier, and I can guarantee that you're not going to want to stop when you get to the point where you've seen progress. You're not going to see progress right away, and that's where those barriers come in. Is if you're not seeing progress immediately, you're more likely to give up. But as that starts to build, as those steps start to climb, and you add all this on top of each other, it's going to be very difficult to want to stop. And then before you know it, you're probably going to get to the point where you start enjoying it. Because you've not only A, gotten really good at it, but B, you've realized what kind of good habits it's created for you in your own personal life. So just think about that. And then a good example of this that I can probably use is out of my own book, where I had to learn from a few of my own mistakes from the past. So if you guys haven't had a chance, please go take a look, and you'll see that it's possible. It's possible to make miraculous changes in short periods of time. So it's in the description box, and there's a link to it, so go check it out. Thanks, guys. See you next time. Bye.